Hello again, Doran Markowitz here from D Guitars Miami with another edition of This Week in Cool Custom Guitar Restorations. This week's particular instrument is an Epiphone Rivoli bass that was brought to me because it had suffered a pretty bad fall and as a result suffered a really nasty headstock break. So the primary concern was of course restoring the headstock back to a good solid structural integrity and then doing a full setup and so on. As you can see, the repair went very well on the headstock. The problem with the break was that because of the size of the cavity for the truss rod adjustment nut and so forth, there wasn't a lot of meat in the back where the main part of the break was, which was right in this vicinity. There was almost no meat there. So as a result, what I had to do was, aside from just re-gluing the headstock, I had to then route 2 1/4-inch channels along on each side of the truss rod all the way down through the thickness of the neck itself and graft in a couple of 1/4-inch strips of red oak to really stabilize it, to create sutures. So as a result, because of that, since it's a natural finish, I couldn't exactly just do clear coats, because then you would see these two, two rods in there, basically, 2 grafts. So what I did was I finished it with a semi-transparent stain that's almost like a paint, really, that blended in with the rest of it, and that way it covered up the repair nicely. And then clear coated the rest of it with high gloss lacquer to match the same sheen as the rest of the neck, and you can see that the consistency of the sheen from the repaired end all the way up to the original is spot on. You can't even see where the original finish begins and ends, as well as the repaired finish. The other thing that I had to do after that was done was I had to replace the nut, because in the fall the bone nut had chipped and it was pretty badly damaged, so I replaced it with a Graftet Tusk nut. I also had to replace the jack, which was either badly worn out over time or suffered damage, but it was glitching really badly. So I replaced it with a Switchcraft jack that has the long threaded section, so that way I could put a lock nut on the outside. I mean a lock washer, excuse me. That way it won't move and it's nice and quiet. Then I did a full setup on it, adjusting the truss rod, bridge action, the intonation, and then the pickup heights. Gave the electronics a good cleaning, and now it sounds glorious. Here's the bridge pickup. You got your volume and tone for the bridge, neck pickup, volume and tone, and then there's this button that doesn't really do anything. I've been trying to figure out what it does. I know it's supposed to do something, I just don't hear what it's doing. Anyway, so here's your bridge pickup. So big and powerful. And the intonation is spot on all the way up. Here's the neck pickup. And then here's both pickups together. This thing is really powerful. I'm using a small Ross practice bass amp, and it's driving the speaker crazy. Anyway, you get the idea. It's a very nice bass. It's not too heavy since it's hollow, but it's got some weight to it. I have the action set at just below 3/32 of an inch, which is very comfortable. It's a great playing bass. I think the client is going to be very happy with the overall work, from the repair on down to all the other smaller appointments like the nut, the jack, and of course the setup. So, okay, until next time, if you have an instrument that suffered a severe fall and needs the headstock rebuilt, or if you have any other repair work such as fretwork that needs to be done, inlay work, electronics, acoustic instruments, you know, bridge re-glues, bracing re-glues, cracks in the sides or whatever, or if you have an instrument in mind that you would like to have custom built, don't hesitate to give me a call at 305-896-1811. Until next time, Doran Markowitz from D Guitars Miami. Thanks for watching and have a great day.